call us to order. And Summer, if you will call roll, please.
Commissioner Patterson?
Here.
Commissioner Norwood?
Here.
Commissioner Baker is not present. Commissioner Roberts is not present. Commissioner Stallings?
Here.
Commissioner Dennis?
Here.
And Mayor Mason?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Here. All right. Item 2, invocation and flag salute. Tonight, our invocation will be by Mark McAdoo from the Willow View Church, and our flag salute will be by Commissioner Stallings. So if everybody will stand, remain standing, please.
If you would, please pray with me this evening. Gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for the changing seasons in our lives. As the seasons change at your command, may we continue to change and grow in our responsiveness to you. Thank you for those who you have placed in authority here over us in our city government, police and fire departments, our area schools, and our faithful churches. Help us to express our sincere appreciation to all those who faithfully serve us as the citizens of Enid. Our Mayor, David Mason, City Manager, Joe Gilbert, as well as our distinguished Council of Ward Commissioners and dedicated city employees. They give their time, energy, and life experiences to help us all. May we all seek your wisdom first for the decisions before us tonight. We're most thankful for this community and our businesses and nonprofits who work together for our common good. May Enid be a city like the one Jesus described. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they place it on a stand that gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. As the summer comes to a close and a new school year begins next week, help us to trust you with our changing schedules. Protect our students, faculty, and staff as we all seek to grow in wisdom and character together. May we always honor you first with our lives and in this, your city. In the wonderful, life-giving, life-changing name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me with a pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you for that prayer. Appreciate it.
Put the encouragement application for Second Street.
That dog's excited.
All right, item 3.1, consider approval of minutes of the regular commission meeting of July 15th, 2025.
Move for approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0, right? Yeah, okay. Item number 4, awards presentation, proclamations, organizational business. 4.1, present pet available for adoption at the city's Animal Welfare Department. Oh, goodness.
So this is Emmett. He's about 1.5 to 2 years old. He is an Australian Shepherd Heeler mix. He has a lot of pent-up energy. He has been with us for 32 days now. He is, okay. He is very active. He would do fabulous on a farm where somebody can work him, or with somebody who will take him on many adventures and wear out his energy. He's constantly go, 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 but he is highly treat motivated and he does no sit.
Oh my God.
Okay. Emmett, sit. Yes, good boy. So, like I said, he's been with us for 32 days, so what you're seeing now may not be how he acts at home once he gets all that energy that he's been storing up out. He is a really good boy. He is dog friendly. And he's just looking for somebody to hang out with, somebody to play with, and he's available in pen 30, I believe, at the shelter. Ready?
All right. Very good. Thank you.
We do have two new people here tonight that
I was
we
about
could
to
give,
announce that,
You know,
yeah.
a pet to.
Thanks for getting ahead of me again. We do have some new folks on our team here, and I'll start with Colonel Josh Lunderby. He's a new base commander. This is his first meeting tonight, and I've met both he and his wife, Steph, wonderful, wonderful people. It's actually your second time in Enid, right? You did, go ahead.
That's correct, yes. I was a student here, graduated January 2005, so back 20 years later, excited to be back at Vance and back in Enid.
Wow.
It's an honor to be here.
Good. Well, the honor's ours, and thank you for being here. I know also you're accompanied by Ashley Hendricks tonight, and Ashley usually likes to stand up and speak at the podium, but not. I want to ask her to tonight, but Ashley's the head of, I think, public relations out there. Did I get that right? Kinda? Okay. You're my contact that I call all the time. That's all I know. And I know you've already figured this out. Ashley does an amazing job. So, well, Colonel, thank you. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Usually on the first night, they usually adopt the dog that's brought in.
The tradition.
It's a tradition. So
I know my wife is already on the website watching. It was warned by my predecessor, Colonel Throckmorton, watch out. We do have a dog, but yeah.
we also have another team member, and we have a new city attorney, Melissa Blanton. So Melissa's actually from here in Enid, so you didn't have to move or anything like that, but we are so very happy to have you, and second day on the job, I believe. So she said she's ready to answer any questions we have tonight. So I'm kidding you. We wouldn't do that to you.
Thank
Maybe-
you.
maybe.
Glad to be here.
All right. All right. Well, we're glad to have you. Glad you're on the team. So welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right. Item 4.2, consider approval of an appointment to the Aviation Advisory Board.
Yes, Commissioners, the code allows the city manager to make the appointment subject to the approval of the commission. I've appointed Jay Bowers to that board. He's a pilot. He's a long-time, multi-generational guy. Be helpful to the advisory board out there, so I recommend you approve him.
I move to approve your recommendation.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. There was nothing left. I'm going to skip over 4.3. There was nothing left on that unless one of the commissioners has anything else they want to talk about. Okay. Item 5.1, this will be to hold a public hearing to close the alley between the 500 block of South Grand Avenue and South Independence Avenue, located in the original town site of the city of Enid in Block 57, as shown on the Enid, Oklahoma Territorial Town Site Map, Garfield County, Oklahoma. All right, Jason.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. As mentioned, this is for the closing, this is the hearing for the closing of the right-of-way in the downtown area, which is going to be the alley between the 500 block of South Grand and South Independence, which is the alley between 412 and Park Avenue. The proposed closure is intended to support an ongoing development efforts in the area. All utility companies and other city utilities have been contacted, and property owners within 300 foot have been notified. As mentioned, the closure is that alley between there. There's a location map. There is currently city utilities within that right-of-way. Once those utilities are relocated, rerouted, that's when the actual closure will take place. So this is for the closure. I'm sorry, I said the wrong word, didn't I?
You flipped them.
Yep, my bad. This is for the vacate. When the utilities are out of the way, the alley will be vacated. Right now, this is just a closure. Did I say that right? Yep. Sorry. It's been a while since I've done one of these. So, right now is a public hearing, so anybody who wants to voice concerns.
Commissioners, do you have any questions about this?
Well, I had asked earlier in the study session about this. I had some people that had talked about, at one point, it was designated, that area was designated as a free speech zone, a place where they could hold protests or things like that. And so, Gerald, would you mind again explaining that to the people watching?
Yes, this was designated such back in about 2020 or 2021 at the first annual One celebration. And I believe it was mostly or all centered on Park Street. Park Street has already been closed, not vacated yet, so we'll certainly take a look at that defined area and work with the new city attorney and our transitioning and retired city attorney to figure out if we need to redesignate that or remap it. I don't believe that ever included this alley. So I would just make that clear. I don't think anything's changed. The streets changed, but I don't think the free speech area, we've taken no action to change that. So anybody that wants to go down there on Park Street and assemble peaceably and utilize your First Amendment right to talk about whatever you want to talk about or protest whatever you want to protest, you're welcome to do that still.
How is the free speech area documented?
Well, that's a good question. I'm going from memory. I know that we discussed it in council. We may have, I don't know if we put it into a resolution or an ordinance. I don't recall an ordinance, so I don't know. That's part of what we'll have to research, Commissioner.
Okay.
Anything else, Jason, on that?
I don't have nothing.
Okay. I don't have anyone else signed up to speak. Commissioners, do y'all have any questions for him? Okay, thank you. I will move on to 5.2. This is a companion item that we will vote on. It says, consider an ordinance to close the alley between the 500 block of South Grand Avenue and South Independence Avenue, located in the original town site of the city of Enid in Block 57, as shown on the Enid, Oklahoma Territorial Town Site Map, Garfield County, Oklahoma, providing for repealer, saving clause, and severability. So, if you have comment, I'll listen to that. If not, I will look for a motion to approve to close.
Motion to approve item 5.2.
Second.
Motion and a second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. All right. 5.3, we're going to hold another public hearing regarding a request to rezone the property addressed as 601 North 2nd Street from C4 Commercial Central Business District to I-2 Industrial Light District. Jacqueline?
Yes, thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. Jacqueline Porter, Community Development Director. Tonight, I am presenting two rezonings. The first one is the 601 North 2nd Street. It is currently Zone C4, requesting to go to I-2. Here's an aerial map of the subject property. It is located at the intersection of East Oak and 2nd. Here is the current zoning map of the subject property. There in the hashed, it is surrounded by C4 to the west and to the south, with I-2, which is located to the north and to the east. The future land use map adopted with the Envision Enid Comprehensive Plan has the property projected currently as a green network due to its proximity to the floodplain. However, the surrounding properties outside of the floodplain area has projected the area to be mixed use to the west and small business industrial to the east of the floodplain. Let's see. It's not on that one. There's a little, I don't have it on here, but there's a creek that goes through here, a little stream. So the subject property is located in the floodplain. Due to a change of use for the remodeling, they're requesting to do a powder coating shop. That is why this item is brought to you. There is a floodplain encroachment application that must be submitted to the city engineering department. At this time, the application has not been submitted to engineering for review that I'm aware of. So The MAPC recommended approval of 9-0 with the intent that the application would have been received and reviewed by between. However, at this time, staff will recommend to approve with the condition that the floodplain encroachment application is approved by staff. Oh, I didn't write that out. But
Okay, that's all right. Questions? Comments? Okay. I don't have anybody signed up to speak on this topic either, so I will move on to the companion item, the 5.4, consider an ordinance amending the Enid Municipal Code 2024, Title 11, entitled Zoning, Chapter 2, entitled Administration and Enforcement, Section 11-2-1, entitled Changes and Amendments to rezone the property addressed as 601 North 2nd Street from C4 Commercial Central Business to District to I2 Industrial Light District. I'll look for a motion, but it needs to include the floodplain waiver approval.
yes, the approval with the condition that staff approves the floodplain encroachment application.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve item 5.4 with staff approving the encroachment of the floodplain condition.
Second it.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, or I'm sorry, cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. Item 5.5, hold another public hearing regarding a request to rezone the property addressed as 5101 West Roop Avenue from A or Agriculture District to R1 Residential Estate District. Jacqueline?
Yes. All right, so as mentioned, this next item is to rezone this property. The original intent for this rezoning is they are wanting to do a lot split, so they have to do the rezoning first. So we have agriculture to R1. Here's the aerial map for an idea. The sports complex is located over to the northwest of the subject property, which is way over here and hashed. The subject property is currently part of a 30-acre parcel lot, so the subject is just for the area in which they are wishing to split later on. So current zoning is agriculture, with agriculture located everywhere except to the north, and to the north is R1 for the current subdivision that is there, which is the West Evandale addition that is there. The future land use map adopted with the Envision Comprehensive Plan designated the area use as agriculture and open space. As previously mentioned, they're dividing it into 1.5 acres, so that is the reason for the request. Are there any questions for staff?
I'm assuming there's all the utilities, since there's housing right across the street, right?
There is no sewer or water that is available, so they will do well in have a septic or aerobic system.
Okay.
Yep.
Any questions, commissioners? I don't have anyone signed up on this either, so I will move on to the companion item of 5.6. Consider an ordinance amending the Enid Municipal Code 2024, Title 11, entitled Zoning, Chapter 2, entitled Administration and Enforcement, Section 11-2-1, entitled Changes and Amendments to rezone the property addressed as 5101 West Roop Avenue from A Agriculture District to R1 Residential Estate District. I'll look for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve item 5.6.
Second.
Motion and second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. Item 6.1 under administration. I'm going to remind you this takes, we tabled this. So I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to have two votes. The first vote will be to remove it from the table, and then we can vote to approve it. So let me read it. 6.1, remove from the table and consider an ordinance amending the Enum Municipal Code 2024, Title II, Finance and Taxation, Chapter 6, Fee Schedule, Article D, Public Safety and Emergency Services, Section 2-6D-2, Animal Impoundment, to remove references to a suspense account to comply with governmental accounting standards, providing for repealers, saving clause, severability, and codification. So I'll look for a motion to remove it from the, or you want to talk about this first, or? Okay, yeah, I thought I had to remove it. So I'll look for a motion to remove it from the table.
So moved.
Have a motion?
Second.
And a second. Cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. Okay, Aaron?
Yes, Mayor and Commissioners, we did talk about this at our last meeting. And again, all this request does is remove the mechanism in which we account for the money to remove dog and cat suspense from the ordinance. And we will still account for the funds to be able to use the collections to take care of operations at animal welfare.
Any questions or comments? Anybody? All right, I'll look for a motion to approve.
I move to approve that item.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 6. Consider an ordinance amending the Enum Municipal Code 2024, Title 6, Motor Vehicles and Traffic, Chapter 6, Parking Regulations, to add Section 6-6-20, Unattended Children and Vulnerable Adults left in vehicles, to include definitions, penalty, and immunity, providing for repealer, saving clause, severability, state law references, and codification. So, Mandy?
Yes, Mayor and Commissioners, we brought this to you at the last study session. The police department had reached out and requested that we amend our ordinances to add this new section to match state law to allow for them to cite when there are vulnerable children and adults left in a car.
Okay,
Would
question?
you remind us of the ages?
Yes, so the vulnerable adult or child is defined as any child 6 and under is the targeted age for the children that are left in the vehicle.
But if there is a child 12 years of age and older, they can be...
That is correct. So if there's a child, if there's someone 12 years of age or older in the vehicle, they're not considered unattended children at that time.
Okay, thank you.
Comments? Anything else? I'll look for a vote to approve. Or a motion, not a vote.
I move that we approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Now I'll look for votes. 5-0. Thank you. All right. I'm on 6-4.
6-3.
Huh?
6-3.
6-3, okay. Item 6.3, consider an ordinance amending the Enum Municipal Code 2024, Title 6, Motor Vehicles and Traffic, Chapter 1, General Traffic Provisions, Section 2-1-2, definitions to include a definition of two-way left turn lanes, and Chapter 4, Overtaking and Passing Regulations, Section 6-4-8, driving on roadways laned for traffic, to include the use of two-way left turn lanes, providing for repealer, saving clause, severability, state law references, and codification. Mandy?
This was the second of the two ordinances requested. This is simply an amendment to our existing law to clarify the definition of what constitutes a two-lane highway and what and how that can be used for to mirror state law language.
I can just say, that's kind of confusing when you read it like that. So my understanding of this is the middle lane that we use to make a left turn, to get out of the flow of the traffic and to make a safer left turn. That's what we're talking about.
Yes, so it's with the dedicated two-way lane where traffic coming from either direction can utilize that center lane to make a safer left-hand turn.
And so
Yes.
what we're saying is, you can't start a mile down the road and
Yes.
use that lane for your own HOV lane or whatever
Yes.
those are called.
That is correct.
Okay.
Okay. Any other comments? All right, I'll look for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve item 6.3.
Second.
Motion and a second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. Item 6.4, consider approval of a real estate purchase agreement between the seller, Michael Earl Lang, and the buyer, the city of Enid, for 39 acres of land located in part of the northeast corner of Section 12, Township 22 North, Range 6 West of the Indian Meridian, Garfield County, Oklahoma, in the amount of $234,000, plus closing cost, authorized payment at closing, and authorize the mayor and his representative to be present at the closing and to execute necessary documents. Gerald?
Yes, Mayor. Ken's pulling up the graphic for us. You'll remember that probably about a year and a half ago, the commission made a decision to borrow some money to buy some land out on 66th Street to match up with to expand our industrial park and improve our ability to attract industrial and commercial businesses in the future. And we bought 598 acres that we currently own. And currently that's being improved with the utilities by engineering and the contractor with the water and the sewer. We had an opportunity, I believe we still have something like about $1.2 million left from that initial $5 million that was borrowed. And we've had the opportunity to buy 2 of the 4 Lang properties now. There's 4 of them. You can see them. You see the 2 in green that are on your left as you look up there, or to the west. 66th is, well, I don't have my pointer, but perhaps, Kent, I don't know if you can move the cursor and show them where 66th Street is or not. Yeah, right there. And then, Gary, it's down below that. Anyway, that's about 2 40-acre parcels. I believe they're showing us 39-acre parcels that are available to us at $6,000 an acre, the same price that we paid for the Simpson property and for the Easterly properties. The opportunity is to get them now. Michael Lang owns one of them, and Michael Lang owned the other one with his brother Mark. We have the signed agreements, and per your consideration of approval tonight, we'll move forward with those at $6,000 an acre or $234,000 each. And then the remaining 2 tracts we are also trying to get, but they are owned by different brothers that have different ideas, and so we'll continue to work with them, and I think at some point acquire those properties too. But with those 2, if they're approved tonight, that would add 78 acres to our 598, so roughly that's 670 something.
It also joins on the north side with the land that we already have.
Yes, the Simpson tract. So we think it's an opportunity to purchase it as we continue to improve and add utilities out there, and then our economic development ERD executive director is busy marketing those properties for future development.
Any questions? Okay, I'll look for a motion to approve.
And this is just 6.4, right?
This is 6.4.
I move to approve item 6.4.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballots.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Trying to keep it exciting, aren't you?
Why not?
Motion passes 5-0. Item 6.5, consider approval of a real estate purchase agreement between the seller, Michael Earl Lang and Mark Frederick Lang, and the buyer, the city of Enid, for 39 acres and land located in part of the northeast corner of Section 12, Township 22 North, Range 6 West of the Indian Meridian, Garfield County, Oklahoma, in the amount of $234,000 plus closing cost. Authorize payment at closing and authorize the mayor or his representative to be present at the closing and to execute necessary documents. This is just the parcel right to the east of that first parcel that you saw that was in green.
Would you pull up the map one more time, Kent, please? Yes. So it's the same deal, 6,000 an acre. The only difference is there's 2 owners of that instead of 1.
Questions, comments? I'll look for a motion to approve.
Motion to.
Have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 7, consent. I'll look for a motion.
Move to approve consent items.
Second it.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 8, recess to convene as the Enid Municipal Authority. All trustees are present of the Enid Municipal Authority with the exception of Commissioner Baker and Commissioner Roberts. Item 10.1, consider a resolution amending the 2025-2026 physical financial plan for the Enid Municipal Authority in the amount of $500,000. This is the money to purchase those 2 properties.
Okay. Move to approve item 10.1.
Second it.
I have a motion and a second. Cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. Item 10.2, approval of claims in the amount of $343,859.07.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 11, adjourn to convene as the Enid Public Transportation Authority. All trustees are present of the Enid Public Transportation Authority with the exception of Commissioner Baker and Commissioner Roberts. Item 13.1, consider a resolution authorizing the adoption and submission of the Enid Public Transportation Authority, EPTA, agency safety plan and authorize the chairman and staff to execute and submit the safety plan and any necessary documents. Aaron?
Yes, Mayor and Commissioner, we're still in the process of moving over the funding for the transit from ODOT to FTA, and this is the next step in that process. They need the safety plan. Basically, we're taking in-house documents we already had for safety and for how we handle things through our personnel manual, and then adopting the state's part of the plan that needs to go along with that, and then submitting it.
We're getting pretty close on those, aren't we, you think?
I hope so.
Okay.
Fun meetings.
Yeah, we're about to run out of ink out of the printer pretty
been a
soon.
lot.
Yeah. Okay, so with that being said, any questions or concerns, comments? Anybody? I'll look for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Have a
Second.
motion?
Second.
And a second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. Item 13.2, approval of claims in the amount of $5,211.60.
Move for approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 14, adjourn to reconvene as the Enid City Commission. Item number 15, public comment. Our first, I have 2 speakers tonight. Our first speaker is Justin Rhodes. Mr. Rhodes, if you'll come to the microphone, state your name, your address, and you have 1 minute, please.
Justin, 210 West Main. Jesus, in his priestly prayer in John 17, was praying that we would be one with the Father as he and the Father are one. That can only be achieved if we lose our lives entirely and let him live his life through us. We're not called to live lives for the Lord, but rather let him live his life through us, which means we got to have our souls, we've got to work out salvation of our souls, fear and trembling. Our soul is the broad way to hell. It's diametrically opposed to the things of God, and it needs to be crushed in submission to be an assist to Jesus who lives inside. And we do that first by being born again, being baptized in water, washing our sins away, and then having a life of works. Faith without works is dead. The bride is able to be where she's at because she's clothed with the deeds that she does. So you can only get those deeds by talking to the Lord.
Thank you. My next speaker is Terry Clark. Ms. Clark, if you'll state your name, address, and you have 1 minute, please.
Terry Clark, 1760 East Cherokee Avenue. Mr. Mayor and members of the City Council, I've called at least 20 different animal shelters here in Oklahoma, and not one of them let their animals sleep on the floor or concrete, hard, cold concrete floors. They all have beds, toys, stuff to play with. They are already frightened. Why can't we make their stay a little more comfortable? Why should we treat them, the animals, like they've done something wrong? In most cases, the humans is what had let them down. We should help them feel comfortable and not to be afraid while they wait for their adoption. They should be shown a little compassion. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, item number 16, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second it.
I have a motion and a second. Cast your ballots. We are adjourned. All right.
I did.